Hello everyone, this is the fourth part of the chapter The Story of Village Palampur, class 9, and I'm quickly starting from the topic subheading on page number 6 of your NCERT book, that is how land is distributed between the family of farmer. But before I move ahead, I should be reminding that all these subheadings are going under the main heading farming in Palampur. So far we have completed in the previous part, that is first three subheadings. First was land is fixed, where we discussed that only thing which is very important factor of production is fixed, its size cannot be increased. Second point was about very relevant, that if the size of the land cannot be increased, how we can produce from the same piece of land. We discussed two methods over there, modern farming method and multiple cropping. Then third was that we discussed about the negative effect of using the modern farming method, and our third heading was, will the land sustain if we will continue to use the chemical fertilizer, if we will continue to extract the water resources for high yielding variety seeds, what would happen if land will land remain continue to be productive for coming years. That was our area of consideration. Now our fourth subheading is the distribution of land between the families in Palampur. Again it is telling you, starting you, that there are 450 families. Remember, it was mentioned in the first page also that out of 450 families, one third of the population, on the very first page it was mentioned, one third of the total population were scheduled caste or the Dalit section of the society who were very poor. Here it has been explained that one third of the total family, it means 150 families, belong to the landless categories. It means they are not having a piece of land to cultivate and do their own survival. Rather, they are supposed to sell their labor. They are labor for the others to perform agricultural activity. Now remaining 300 families, what about them? It is mentioned that 240 families are in possession of land less than 2.5 hectare, less than 2 hectare, I'm sorry, and remaining 60 families are medium and large farmers. Some of them are having more than 2 hectare of land, and some even having the land which is more than 10 hectare of land. 10 hectare of land is considered to be quite large. It is approximately 1 lakh square meter area. So this was the combination about the land distribution. On the same page there is an image given in picture 1.5. If you will go to that image, you will easily get this idea that the distribution of land is not equal in the village. Some are in controlling very big piece of land, some are controlling only a small piece of land, and some even do not have a piece of land. That's the three kind of people exist in Palampur village. To move further on this page, one very relevant example is given to connect you something which we will find relevance in chapter number 3, poverty as a challenge. One of the chapter in which we will find, but let's discuss little bit. There is a farmer, I don't have remember the name, let me find out. Govind is a farmer, and Govind is in possession of 2.25 hectare of land. He has 3 sons, and it is mentioned that he is from this piece of land managing his source of livelihood. He is not in a very good condition. Somehow he is managed to survive. He is also in a possession of a buffalo which supplements his need for the family. What happens after the death of the Govind? As he has 3 sons, you understand, the land gets distributed between his 3 sons, and now each son, it is not written, but you can understand that if each son gets equal distribution, equal share in the distribution, each of them get 0.75 hectare of land. Imagine, when 2.25 was not good enough, how could be 0.75? So your book is giving you a hint for the problem, that's why the reason is that in village over the years size of the land has remained fixed, was the family size, because of the high rise of population in the village area has been increasing. That's why survival on that same piece of land has become difficult. It is not mentioned in this particular chapter, in this particular line, I am telling you, but it will get connected again, that because of this you find that these people start migrating for a search of work to the urban area. When they go over there, they live in a more terrible condition. They live in the slums area. One of the slums are very much in news these days. That is in Mumbai, Asia's biggest slum. That is Dharavi, where these days spread of coronavirus is at very high reason. They are living in very congested area. It is not very possible for them to maintain the social distancing. That's the hint in this chapter is given, that what happened, people in the village area produce more children and their land size don't get extend, so they are compelled to move for the search of better earning opportunity. That is mentioned on this page. That's what the distribution of the land was about. Now moving to the next page, under the same category, two pie diagrams are also being shown. Two pie diagrams are there. One pie diagram is showing you the number of farmers in Palampur, and other pie diagram is showing you the cultivated area. An interesting thing, when you will be going through the textbook on page number 7, you will find that only 15% people has 55.4% if I'm right. I'm not sure what is the data. Let me cross check what the data is, because it is 55.4. Yes, they are in position. This is the amount of land only being controlled by 15%. It means they are very rich. On the other side, 85% people are controlling only 44.6% of the share, which is not very good sign. So they are either a small farmer, or they are not in possession of land which is helping them to have their fair survival. Decent standard of living cannot be attained by them. That's why you find that larger section in the village area are still poor. That's all. In this part we have discussed that this is what few questions are being asked. That is for you. Go through the textbook, find out. I don't think you will have any problem after going this explanation. There is another picture showing in the 1.6 that farming activities are given, what do take place during the process of agriculture production. 6 activities are shown. It is also being mentioned what are these activities, and now book is expecting you to arrange these in the proper order. Go through, use your knowledge, use your skill, and find out what are expected at the number 1 and what are expected at number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is to be done by you. Moving to another subheading, that is 5th, who will provide the labor. So little earlier student, we made a discussion that 150 families in the Palampur are in not any possession of piece of land. So they are not cultivating their land. They are cultivating, or they are expected to cultivate the land for others. They are expected to cultivate the land. Some small farmers also expected to do the labor on their own field, but because their field is not providing them good survival, decent standard of living cannot be met there. That's why they work on the other's field. And considering this, your book has taken an example in picture 1.7 where two people from the Palampur, one is Dala and other is Ramkali. They are making discussion about their miserable condition. Dala is telling that he is at the mercy of his landlord, who is about to give him work opportunity. He is not sure whether he will get. Reason, he is mentioning that these days science has brought machine for everything, be it sowing of the seed, harvesting, threshing, or even taking the weeds out from separating the weed and fodder. For everything there are machines. So how he is likely to get the work over here? He is also worried because he has already borrowed a lot of money. That's why he will not get further money from the landlord or money lender. So how he will survive? On the other side, Ramkali is also concerned, because she is saying that she is also not sure this year what amount of work, how many days of work she will get, because last year she could manage to get only 5 months of the work in a year, which was not sufficient for the survival of his family. She is also concerned, she is also worried about one thing, that probably she will also not get the money, and she is making a plan that she should be going to nearby Raiganj area where brick making industry might have some opportunity for her to work and earn. But this gives this gives a clear picture that Palampur may be a very well developed village as shown in the early part of this chapter, but it is definitely not a place where you can expect everybody making a very good source of earning. Everybody is in a very good state of economic condition. That's what the section under 5, that is heading who will provide the labor, has been discussed. Student, I already made the point clear that now I am making a small video so that uploading becomes easier, and then I will start the another part. You don't worry, you keep going through. I am following that NCERT textbook for your convenience. I am not making any categorical any such explanation that can be not helping you to find the content. You read the content being provided to you and go through the explanation. Even if any problem there, as I said earlier, keep writing and discuss with your teacher when you come to school. Whenever you get opportunity after the lockdown period, you discuss it with your teacher. Thank you, students.